We are live back in the gridiron. Good afternoon. Excuse me. Good evening. Good evening. Good evening. Good evening. Come on in and get settled. Welcome to another episode of When Life Talks. Glad to have y'all. Hope everyone had an enjoyable week thus far. Middle of the week. Hope your week been kind of productive. You know, it's your boy Joe Mack and Crystal back with another episode. Tonight we're gonna be talking about your social media depleting or diluting your child or children's social skills. And should you have a time limit on how much, they interact on social media, video games, all that good stuff, cell phones, you get the wall on now. Like I say, we pretty much still kicking off this communication, picking up where we left off last week. So come on in, popcorn style. Y'all got the questions for us. Y'all got stuff for us. Hey, just talk to us. We want to hear what you got. We ready for you. Somehow I done fell off. She messing with something. She knows. I don't know what she over there doing. Yeah, but man, like I said, this topic sparked from a conversation was having in the barbershop, and we was talking about just the social skills and how you interact, how kids interact, and we understand.
I'm good.
You good now. And we understand it's a new generation, folks parent differently than the way we was parented. So it's not a chastising moment. It's not a moment of saying, well, you should do this. But I do think there should be a limit. Because you see all kind of stuff. Like I say, we see it on social media with just a baseline, simple questions, simple comments, simple verbs. If you want to go down to the nearest fraction, verbs and complete sentences is lacking these days.
It very much is. I mean, the kid, if we don't put a cap on how much they can watch, it kind of, starts to deteriorate their mind. Kids can no longer hold full conversations because everything is based off of social media. They're looking at social media. Their world is wrapped around social media. So it's like, okay, you don't even know how to interact with other people because you so stuck in social media. So I know some parents, especially younger kids, they try to limit it to a 2-hour or a 3-hour per day type of deal because it taints your mind. Even as adults, it can taint your mind. So just imagine what it can do to kids. Kids on social media, they can be bullying. You had those keyboard thugs. Kids is committing suicide. It's a lot of stuff that is happening, behind those screens. Sex trafficking. People luring your kids. So you have to be real cognitive of what your child is doing. And like I said, social media is hell, you can't tell them nothing ain't true on social media because they think everything on social media is true and it's right. So.
And yeah, so that's what, like I say, y'all, that's what tonight's topic is about, man. Like I say, and even so, what do you do in your household with your kids? You know what I'm saying? How do you ensure that they have the base model of social skills? Because I think that's if we want to do this in segments, I think the social skills, then we could shift because the social skills is key. It may not seem important to a lot of people right now, but as you get older, you have to have some kind of social skills to hold a baseline conversation.
You do.
Say, thumb keyboard thugs.
Exactly. For real though. You gotta have some kind of, because like you say, if we can speaking on social skills, you watching everything social media, whether it's TikTok, whether it's Snapchat, whether it's school fights, whether it's whatever is going on, your kids is stuck in that zone. So even their speech and the way they talk to you is based off a social media lingo. It's all these acronyms now. It's like, can you ask me how I'm doing? Instead of HYD. Can you know what I'm saying? It's just so much that it's tainting the kids and it's social media. And it's like, how do you get your kids away from it? Yeah, you can sit down with them at the dinner table or whatever and have communication with them. Because you got to be able to keep that open and say, look, you can't always interact on social media. You can't get a job on social media, You gotta learn how to talk to people when you're trying to get a job in corporate America, and it's not gonna be the way of social media. You have social media can be a good thing because they're going to this AI and all this other different kind of stuff too. But in a sense of being communicative, being able to speak professionally, being able to talk to others, like you say, furthermore than baseline, have those deep conversations, be able to express your feelings. That's where we at with it.
And like I say, it really sparked because a good partner of mine, like I say, we was talking in the barbershop, and he was so furious at his son about a job interview that he was supposed to go on, and he was like, Joe, it was no, like, you're gonna have to be able to comprehend and converse to get the job. And it was almost like a blow off moment, like, yeah, okay. You know what I'm saying? So it was like, where are the social skills?
Right.
Someone said bullying and
Exactly.
killing each other online with us. Oh yeah. We see it all the time, man. Folk get on there and they just type, type, type. Like you say, I call them they internet trolls. They can hide behind the keyboard.
Yeah. But then too with these kids, some if you think about it, some of these kids are getting into it on social media, and then they meeting up and they having these big old fights and brawls, or they end up shooting and killing each other, all because of something that started on social media. People don't watch the news no more because guess what? They go right to social media because they figure social media gonna have all the info. But how you know what's going on in the world with politics? How you know what's going on as far as people trying to start wars and people doing all this hacking and all this stuff if you're just paying attention to the unrealistic version on social media?
Like I say, it used to be, like I say, social skills was enhanced because they made you understand that you was going to be in an environment where you had to talk to people.
Mm-hmm.
Now we all know we had to get out the room when it came to grown folks talking. We're not saying going back to those principles. I don't think that I don't want nobody misconstrue what we're saying. It ain't going back, but to this day, still now, if I'm having an adult conversation, you don't need to be hearing what I'm talking about. But I just think that full sentences, you know what I'm saying? Hey, what is like you just said? What is a WYD? Is WYD going to be your whole vernaculars of your understanding of, instead of saying, "Hey, how are you doing? What are you doing?"
Mm-hmm.
WYD, hey, what you doing?
Right. And we could take it a little bit further about appearances.
Oh
People
yeah,
based in they uh getting on social media now, they want to look like the girls they see on social media. They want to dress like them, they want their hair like them, they want to go. And no shade to the people that's out here having BBLs or breast enhancements or any of that stuff, because I mean, hey, if it makes you feel good about it, do it. But like I say, it's a lot of people that get it, they get caught up in what's the hottest thing, instead of just being yourself. So we have to go back and teach our kids, don't be a follower, be your own self, be your own leader. And I tell my kids all the time, and sometimes I'll buy stuff that's different that I know ain't nobody gonna wear. And they be like, "Ma, you like that?" I be like, "Yeah," because it's there to be different. Just be different. If it was God made everybody alike, then life would be boring, right? But He didn't. So stop trying to follow the trend of the next person. Stop trying to ride the next person coattail. All right. Someone said, I served 17 years in the joint, and I ain't never seen nobody come to prison and stand on that time. They all follow loose. So we really need to learn how to communicate without drama. And you most definitely right. And I was telling a young gentleman the other day, 7 seconds. That's my number now. 7 seconds, 10 seconds of a bad decision can cause you to spend a lifetime or a certain amount of years behind bars. And trust me, I have brothers that been in the system, and I walk that time down with them. And everybody is not meant to be. Everybody is not strong mentally, physically, or emotionally emotionally to be in a prison setting. That prison setting can make you or break you. It can make you or break you. I've had a friend when I grew up. He was the neighborhood D-boy. Went to prison. He came out crazy. He came out. He didn't even look like what he looked like when he went in. I don't know if it was because of all the medicines they was putting in him, but he came out literally crazy. And so you have to be careful when you get yourself in these situations. Like they say, writing a check your ass can't cash. You got to be careful.
Yeah.
So I totally agree with you to the person who said they spent 17 years and people fall apart. I believe it. Like I said, I've done that walk with brothers and nephews, and so I kind of can get an understanding. And I actually worked in the system. I was actually a CO for 2 years, and in Texas, in the prison what was it called? Ontario County Prison in Chaparral, New Mexico. So I've been on both sides of the spectrum.
Pressure do two things: bust pipes and make diamonds. You got to see you shine. Absolutely.
Most
Absolutely.
definitely.
But like I say, it's all about the transparency. You know what I'm saying? I think that's a common thread. Transparency. You know what I'm saying? If you can communicate, communication will get you out of a lot of situations. I mean, that's why with this topic, like I say, the baseline with the kids, understanding that they have to learn how to communicate.
Yes.
And
express your feelings.
Yeah,
and it starts off too. Like you said, when you're younger too, to teach them it's okay to communicate. Use your words. So often growing up, and I've heard it, where you will whoop a child for doing something, and then you will tell them to stop crying. Why? Why you want them to stop crying? You want that, or they get in trouble. Oh, what you crying for? I'm gonna bust you in your chest. I'm gonna do this. Why? Why? And then we get these. Then us women get these men that's so hard because they don't know how to show emotions. They don't know how to be vulnerable. Let them men cry. Let them babies, young boys cry. Let them have emotions. But we strip them from that. And then social media is stripping them from being normal.
Somebody said conversation rule the nation. I love this. Oh yeah, appreciate whoever he is. Appreciate it. Love the time.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah, we just know and like I say, we understand that we are in a new age. We're in a new generation. We're in a new time. Like I say, you got AI is here. It's no longer an afterthought. But I mean, even so, we like I just said, we have to get back to having those baseline conversations. Young parents, understanding now that young parents are younger than us when we had kids. So they're starting out in the generation that don't necessarily have the foundation that we had. So how do we get back to those simple conversations and not letting social media and video games be so much of an influence to where it start diluting their social skills, where it starts diluting their interpersonal skills with other people. You can, like I say, we could take this and we can use this topic as a foundation and go left, right, upside down, all around the world, but it's going to automatically come back to, do they have the skills to communicate?
Exactly. That's it. That's exactly where it's going to start from. It starts at home in the house. Exactly.
You can't go on a bank and apply for a loan and your mindset stuck on Grand Theft Auto, you know what I'm saying, and stuff like that, or what's the other little matter of fact?
Roadblock.
There you go. It's another one because Epic headquarters ain't too far from me. What's the thing? Oh, it'll come to me in a minute. Cause my son, hey, my youngest son plays. So like I say, we're in the same situation. None of these topics we talk about, well, we're talking about. We have teenage kids that's in this realm of video games and social media. It'll come to me in a minute. Soon, I promise you, it'll come to me. That little one game.
Yeah, they play it all the time. Roadblock and what is it called? The shooting game, the war game.
It's Call of Duty out there.
Yeah, Call of Duty. Yeah, they play that.
It'll come to me in a minute. The little game where they be landed and Look, I done got brain loud. It'll come back to me.
It'll come to you, yeah. But yeah, they get on that and they get on, like I say, Snapchat, TikTok. They don't be on Facebook. They say that's for us older people. But TikTok and Snapchat and all that stuff. So yeah, they get consumed with that. They want to get on there and do the dances and all that stuff. Like I say, it's okay. But when your whole day or 14 hours of your day is consumed from, with this social media, it fogs your brain.
Whoever it is, you read my mind. There you go. That's it. Fortnite. Yeah. Man. Hey, them little jokers be wide open, boy. I'll be like, man, what?
All night.
So and we know and now, because we play devil's advocate. It kind of is teaching them a skill set. What's up, cuz? I figured they had to, I see you. It does teach them a skill set to actually communicate with people. Because them little jokers be on there all night going at it, you know what I'm saying? So
for real.
They know how to express themselves. Because I don't walk by and heard a few, man, what the F? You know what I'm saying? So we know they do it. But the social part of the outside of that video game world realm, can you talk to me face to face? Because I can talk to you through a headset all day long. Can I talk to a person face to face when I need to interact and say, hey, or when I go to school with my teacher, or when I'm out with my elders, and even kids to parents, hey, the dialogue, because we know everybody pick up one of these. You see it all the time. You go to restaurants, you be in the house, you're trying to have a social moment, and everybody's sitting there. The attention span is probably 1.2 seconds.
Exactly.
You get them to do a chore. You're trying to get back on the game. You're like, hey, man, get that game a break. Or we even see it with little kids, because it was a study out. The first thing they do is all the little leapfrogs and leap pads or whatever they call it, y'all. I'm a little get up and you just shove it in the kid's face.
Yeah.
Talk to
them because
so
you letting that the internet raise the kids because you don't have time for them no more because you working and you doing all this other stuff. So it's like, okay, when I want my me time or I'm trying to get me time because I done worked all day, let me go ahead and get this kid this tablet. So it's now like the tablet is raising the kids. They getting so consumed with the tablet and they don't want to, have that social interaction. So now they having social anxiety when they get in school because they don't know how to interact with nobody but the damn tablet.
But that tablet, they best friend. All right, what we got? Rossi and I say, but everybody think it's just the music. It's music programs that really program and video games that are damaged. Absolutely.
All of it.
It's all encompassed. Like I said, I laugh every time I see the meme. Back in the day, you knew where everybody at because they showed a picture of the bicycles in front of somebody's house.
Shit. I'm on my way.
I wish you would find somebody riding a bicycle to somebody's house. You can't find that nowadays.
No, you can't because they don't want to go outside. I'm like my last baby, my last child in the house. Thank God she's an outside person. She get in all the sports. She do everything. But my middle baby, who is an adult now, going off to the military, pray for her, y'all. She's in Kuwait for 9 months. But she was one of those people who loved to play video. Smart as all day, did her schoolwork and all that stuff. So I didn't have no reason to bother her fuss. But she was one who wanted to play the video. She didn't want to go outside. And then all my kids as people, they didn't want to stay in nobody's house. So they would try to bring everybody to my house. And so it's like, get outside, drink out the water hose like we used to do. We didn't want to go out. We didn't want to be coming in the house, staying in the house. We wanted to be outside. We want to interact with people. We had to be on the porch, of course, when the street lights came on. But we knew if we was running in and out the house, we was gonna be stuck in there. So guess what? We would go to a friend's house to use the bathroom. We would drink water out the spigot if we, I was, if we got thirsty, and look, we would go to the after school park, the neighborhood house or wherever we was giving snack lunches to make sure we had us a little treat. And we would walk and ride bikes everywhere. If I go home right now, and I'd be like, dang, I walked that far.
It didn't even bother you.
It didn't bother me. But now I'm going to get in my car and drive. But I walked it as a kid. You got to think we was probably walking 3, 4, 5 miles. These kids don't want to walk around the corner to the corner store.
And guess what that did? Well, that's some abundance. I just said that. Guess what that did? But yes, guess what that social, it gave you that social mental capacity in your mind, because guess what? As you was walking, you was probably talking to somebody that knew you.
Mm-hmm.
You was talking to them elders in the neighborhood that knew you.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Miss Sunsa, hey, Miss Sunsa, as you walking, are you riding that bike? And so you had to develop those speaking skills.
Exactly. Hey,
hello. So you had to develop it. Like I say, the social part, and you hear a lot, like you just touched on it. You have a lot of folks that say they got social anxiety because they don't know how to deal with people. So can you imagine what's all these video games, all this social media is doing to folks? They could talk to that game. They could talk to amongst themselves.
Mm-hmm.
They can't talk to humans when it's face-to-face characteristics of let's talk.
They can't do it. They cannot do it because it's just destroying our kids. Like they can't even do homework because they too busy want to be stuck on social media. You know how many phone calls I done get from the teacher? Oh, your daughter is got caught with her cell phone. She's on the, on the phone. That's because they don't know how to stay away. They don't know how to put it down. Even grown people. When I'm at work, and I work at a news station, so this is what you see all day. All day. People walking. Then they're running into shit because we like this all day. All day. It's like we got to figure out a way to do something different. Okay, we went on a family cruise about 5-6 years ago, and my son and nephew complained the whole time. All they wanted to do was go back home and play the game. I was so frustrated.
Hey, I know them little fellas personally. So, hey, that's all they wanted to do.
Man, my kid just going to Walmart is, they be ready. Kids don't like to be outdoors.
No, and like I say, I think we understand that there's a moment that yes, I'm gonna allow you to play the game, but there is also a moment where, hey, look, put this game down for a minute, and learn how to do something else besides play that game all day. That was the favorite line we used to get, and used to hear.
Yeah, I just pulled up something. It said, numerous studies shows that higher levels of social media used among children and adolescents are linked to adverse effects, including depression and anxiety, inadequate sleep, which can disrupt neurological development and lead to depression and suicidal behavior, low self-esteem, poor body image, and eating disorder. And I can most definitely agree with that, because you got to think, if they get on social media and they see all these people that got everything and that they only can dream and imagine of having, then they, the depression kicks in. Oh, I'm just depressed because I wanted this and I couldn't get it, or I couldn't have this. And then we go back to what? The social anxiety. They don't know how to interact. They don't know how to make friends because everything they did was right at their fingertips. Here we go. What it says, suicidal behaviors, because they have a suicide because maybe somebody is on there bullying them. Then you got people sex trafficking. It's different. It's so much different stuff that they can get into on social media, and it's like we have to be, as parents and adults, we have to be able to limit the use, and not only limit it, but monitor what they are watching, what they're looking at.
You got to monitor the content. Like I say, I mean, we're not here to say death to social media, death to video games and stuff. But it has to be a limit. It has to be a limit within your household. Like I say, Monday through Friday. Us coming up Monday through Friday with school, homework, eat, take you behind the bed.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Not we all know that principle does not happen these days. So, like I said, we ain't even sitting here trying to sugarcoat it like our children don't get on video games and social media.
Oh, they do, and stay up all night like a vampire.
Like I know on the weekend, Buddy Rowe gonna be up all night, but like I tell you, during the week, oh no.
Yeah, and then get up at 3 o'clock in the afternoon on a Saturday because they done been up, and they be a group of them.
Yeah,
a group of them on the phone, and they just all you hear is everybody laughing and chicks. I'm like, and here I am, can't stay up past 8:39.
Hey, look, like I say, I know my youngest too. Like I say, I because I hear it. But it's like, but hey, look, hey man, you better get your behind there, take a shower, and get ready to go to bed. You know what I'm saying? Now,
yeah, because they won't eat or nothing on that thing, or they'll try to eat junk.
The weekend, hey, that's you. We gonna let you do you. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Friday through Sunday, when you're on your little intercessions from school, your school break, spring break, all that good stuff is fine. But I still think you have to limit it. And as adults, we have to communicate with them. So, like I say, because we have to set them up for success to go into society.
Right.
That is our sole purpose, to set our children up to be successful in society, to know how to navigate in society. Because guess what? We're not going to always be on this earth. There's going to be a point where they're like, man, I never knew that, or no one ever told me that. Then it's like,
yeah. Dang. Or that aha moment where I wish I would have listened. I wish I would have learned when they was trying to, or tell me or show me how to do X, Y, Z. So yeah, it's on us to instill that in them to say, okay, have your social media time, but I need you to also be cognitive and aware of what's going on in the real world.
Yes, very. You just dropped a gem. Be cognitive of what's going on in the real world. So y'all out there, y'all viewers, man, like I say, we've been sitting here running our miles, but y'all interact. Do y'all have a limit of if you have teenage children, do you have a limit at which you expose them to social media? Is there a limit that you let them Monday through Friday? Do you have a schedule for them? Saturday, the weekends, do you have a schedule for them? Come on, talk to us. You know what I'm saying? Hop on in. This old Wednesday night, old fresh Wednesday.
Don't be shy.
You know what I'm saying?
Don't be shy. Y'all could have been doing anything else, but y'all rocking it out with us. Thawed Magazine, When Life Talk, every Wednesday, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Thank y'all. We appreciate y'all as always. Tonight's topic is the social media dilute our children's. Our children's mind. So we just jumping on trying to see what y'all got to say. What y'all, keep it.
Well, like I say, how do y'all control social media?
Yeah.
Is it some folks that say it's not? I've read and seen and actually know some folks where they say video games and social media is not allowed in their households. So to me that was a little strict, but I don't run nobody else's household. I'm like, okay.
I would say that too, because just growing up as a child, when if you grow up in a strict home, or you always being told no, you can't do. Guess what we did? We went behind that.
We did it.
We did it anyway, but we snuck and did it. So anytime I talk to my kids or my children about anything, I always put myself in those shoes first. Or Crystal, you remembered you did XYZ coming up. So, be cautious of how you approach a situation. And so now I'm always like, okay, tell me. This is an open, like my youngest daughter, I tell her all the time, this is a safe space. I want you to be open. I want you to be able to tell me whatever it is you tell me. And I'm not going to judge you. I'm not going to yell at you. I'm going to listen to what you got to say. And then I'm going to give you my feedback. And if it's corrective criticism, or if it's something you did wrong, I'm going to come at you, but it's going to be out of love. But I'm going to come at you so I know that if you have an issue or you got something you want to tell me, you know what I'm saying? You're gonna want to come tell me because I ain't play crazy with you the first time. So yeah, so I just come to stuff like I just know, like, hey, I don't shy away from no topic. I give it to them real uncut and raw. Sex, everything.
Unseasoned with no flavor.
Exactly, because we can't keep our kids in the box. People
Oh yeah.
be like, oh, I ain't taking my kids. You know, I grew up in the hood and I grew up this way, but now I didn't became this good person, this this professional, successful person. Now I can afford to live in the suburbs. And I had these kids, and guess what? I'm not gonna take them back to the hood where I grew up. I don't want to show them that world. Why not? It made you to be the person you are today. It didn't break you.
Uh-oh. You're right. It made us who we are.
Yeah.
What we got here? My son, 17, is not on social media, but he does plays the game. During the week, he does have a curfew, and on the weekend, he does what he wants. Okay, but the hardest part is dealing with the last weeks of summer, trying to get them back, trying to get him back on schedule. Absolutely,
Oh, yes.
Jenna. Hey, hey, I too the same age, so absolutely, absolutely,
That is true.
you are 100% right. That man is like, hey, look, you
Yeah.
gotta tighten up.
Right. You gotta go from third shift to first shift now. You gotta kind of, get your mind back on track because they get tired
Yeah.
of.
And we see it that first week, boy, that first week of school be a drag.
They be struggling on
Where
the
you be
struggle
pulling
bus.
teeth. Uh-huh. You be on that game all night. Be like
Uh-huh.
you sitting there pulling teeth.
Yeah.
Okay.
Don't want to get up about to miss the school bus. And do.
But
It
that's
just
good. One thing that she did post, y'all, she say she has a schedule. So that's a beautiful thing, that understanding that, hey, at the end of the day, I'm still laying the law down. Ain't no ain't no
hmm?
ain't no punk ass parents out there just letting the kids do what they want to do. And because we run across that too, we have, and like I say, amongst friends, we have friends that's like that. Just that, man, the kids, no, they ain't gonna do what they just want to do now.
Exactly.
You have to have a standard somewhere. Hey, if you give them, hey, 2 hours doing the 2 hours every day during the week, the weekend is yours. Set some type of schedule. But we seen it as early as studies have shown, early as 2 years old, man, kids are just glued to.
Yep. Exactly.
When you take that tablet from them, when you take that, they want to fight you and become in a rage. Uh,
hmm
so yeah, we just trying to enhance those social skills. That's all we're
That's
trying to
it.
do. Because you got to learn how to talk to somebody.
You got to, or you gotta, or they gonna do it for you, and you don't want them to do it for you.
Mm-mm. And then
In the
trust me,
prison system, you don't
you ain't
want
be
that.
you ain't gonna be able to write everything down on paper. And like I say, and if you don't have social skills, you ain't gonna be able to write down on paper because you ain't gonna know how to formulate a true sentence on that paper. You just gonna be putting. They're gonna be
Yeah,
asleep.
just like you gotta think, just like what R. Kelly couldn't read. Mayweather, he couldn't read either. I don't think he could read. He couldn't read either because they was messing up on the prompters. Just like Fantasia, she couldn't read, but she went back to school to learn and eventually got her diploma and all that good stuff. So it's just like we gotta grab kids early and make sure
Mhm.
they get in the social skills they need, making sure they are not only street smart but book smart, because they gotta be both.
Yeah, you
You
gotta
can't
know.
have one without the other. You most definitely gotta have some sense in them streets so you don't get played. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to, dealing with other people that's on a different kind of level. So, like I say, you gotta be on them babies. You gotta be on them babies, and you gotta let them know that the video games ain't gonna teach you nothing. Them video games ain't gonna teach you how to manage your money. Them video games is not gonna teach you how to survive in the real world, how to grocery shop, how to pay bills, have a long-standing, relationship, how to deal with problems when it arises. Because they don't be knowing at it. Because they run the social media for solutions. They run the friends for solutions.
Hey, it's real out here. That's why I tell people all the time, it's real. And,
Yeah.
and you're gonna deal some, and we say it all the time. And folks, you're gonna deal with somebody that don't look like you.
Mm-hmm.
That's the perfect. Had to put a perfect summary on it. There's gonna be somebody that don't look like you that you're gonna have to know how to. And trust me, it's not dumbing yourself down. It's not lessering yourself. You're just gonna have to know how to have a baseline conversation. You gotta understand that doing this, you have to learn soft skills because with everybody not being the same, your tone may come off as harsh. Your demeanor may come off as harsh. And it's just you talking how you normally talk in a regular setting. So, like I said, you got to know how to channel those avenues and channel those different directions that you're going to have to go through life. And it all starts at an early age with social skills.
Yes, you got to have those social skills. Most definitely do. Let's see.
You ever got I'm going to let you read that one, boy. I just got crawled.
Yeah, nah. I ain't got my glasses on today.
Oh, Lord.
Some parents are trash. I had a friend associate whose son is younger than mine, maybe about 2 years. She allows him to smoke weed, and she's fine with it. He constantly fights in school and has bad grades, and she threatens shipping him off to military school, but obviously that isn't working because he stays in trouble. Yep. Look,
I'm gonna let you handle that the first 3 minutes of this one. Then I'm gonna go off on this one.
Ooh, okay, I will say this. She or he can't teach them what they don't know. And then sometimes parents are so busy trying to be their child's friend.
There you go.
That they forget that they're supposed to be parenting. And so they give them all this leeway. They allow them to do all this. They spoil them rotten. And in turn, the kids giving them their ass to kids. And when the kids don't do right and become rebellious, then I don't know what to do. I don't know how to handle them. I don't know how to treat them. I don't, the daddy ain't here. I don't know what to do. And like you say, she threatened them for military school. Military school ain't gonna take them if they don't want to go. First and foremost, then my thing is, you gotta have structure. You gotta be able to put that foot down and mean what you say what you mean and mean what you say. Because whoever that is, they taking them as a joke because they know they ain't gonna do nothing. Sometime, and I had to learn this with my first child. Sometimes you gotta lose your mind on them one good time. And they think you crazy, they ain't gonna try you no more.
See, you sound like your granny, your grandma, your mama right there.
Yeah.
What I say, they instill that social value in us.
I
don't even want to talk. I don't even want to get on this right here because that second line took me out. Oh, go back 1 second. Go back. So first off.
Oh yeah. Speak on that.
I know the age because that's my little cousin. I know his age, so I'm gonna take his age and subtract 2 years, and I pretty much know the age of this person. First off, you lost all hope there when you say she allowing the smoke and she's fine with it. Now, and then you got the critics, like I say, this equal opportunity show. You got the critics that say, well, at least I know what they're doing. They're doing it in my house. I don't give a rat's ass. Excuse my French. To the millions of viewers that's out there. What kind of trajectory is she setting this child on?
Yeah.
Because number one, you ain't gonna want to do Jack Dilly in school.
Brian ain't gonna function enough for him to do it. He gonna always be high and sleeping.
You gonna we grew up in the inner city. We grew up in the hood, and we know plenty of weed smokers. You're gonna have the munchies all day, so you can be sitting there trying to damn eat all day in class. You ain't paying attention to class. That's like foreign language.
And so much stuff in the weed these days.
Yeah. Then you're gonna have, you know what? You're gonna have that urge. You probably got a blunt roll in your pocket where you're gonna, hey, I'm gonna go skip school and I'm gonna go smoke me another blunt. Then you say he constantly fights in school, bad grades. So everything I just said, without even getting to the third sentence, I just said it without even reading it.
Right, exactly.
Yeah, shipping off to the military school will be beneficial, but it's going to be a culture shock because that is standards 101. They're going to tell you when to wake up. They're going to tell you when you're going to class. They're going to tell you when you're going to eat.
And some people don't even fear that. Some kids don't fear that. They be there trying to tell them drill sergeants what to do. And now they telling you to come get your child because you done created the monster. And now they can't even.
and I don't even know this individual, but I can already tell you how this story here goes. Everything that's under the sun and under the roof and under the moons and the stars, she probably buy this person everything that he wants and think it's going to be perfectly fine. And the skies are blue and the trees are green. A disaster waiting to happen. We
Yeah,
gonna
like
we keep it real on this show because number one, what in that whole paragraph? Where is the structure from the parent to the child? That 15-year-old is still a child.
yeah,
Point blank. Period. A child.
exactly. And then what you say? One son who's 23 is in prison already. So that means she probably it's a chain reaction.
Mhm.
Hey, better
What up?
ladies,
What up?
thank you for coming in, bro. But like you say, one is already in 20. So is it just a chain reaction? It's probably a generational thing. Oh, my mama and daddy allowed me to do and whatever. It probably was a dropout. I don't know the gist of it, but it seeming like it's going through the motions.
Hey,
I was this way, so okay, of course I'm gonna allow my children to do this way. And I didn't finish, but then I'm gonna do this. But it is like when you get to that last child, it's like, okay, I'm gonna threaten them with military school, but I'm still letting them, I'm still letting them smoke. What?
man, we don't and understand. We know. I mean, our parents you drank them booze and all kind of stuff. They did stuff that we know we thought they were doing, but they didn't let us see it do it. But like I say, so it's the reverse now. Oh yeah, well, yeah, I smoke weed. I'm 14, 15. It's perfectly fine.
Mm-hmm.
Little Johnny going to school doing nothing.
Exactly.
Little Jane sitting there like, oh man, I'm ready to go get high. What time? What time is our next break? I ain't thinking about
Mm-hmm.
school. But like I
Uh-uh.
said, you're gonna need school or some type of education later on down the line in life. When you got to have
'Cause
those
you-
social skills, when you got to come talk to people, when you're trying to get a job, when you're trying to do this, when you're trying to do that.
Mm-hmm. Because
So you have
McDonald's got to have a diploma nine.
hey, it ain't no more. I'm gonna put you back there on the fries because you don't know nothing else. Yeah, you got to have them little skills now. I believe
Mm-hmm.
McDonald's got a whole McDonald's Academy.
Right.
What do you
So
need?
it just going back to what we said, social media
Social
is
skills,
diluted and tainting these
soft,
children of mine.
soft skills, man. You got to have that stuff, man. Like I say, we ain't gonna beat you across the head on this show, but we just gonna keep it real.
Yeah, we just kicking it.
But we see what happens in. I'm in corporate America. I'm in local government. She is in corporate America in the medical field. So we see it every day. Like I say, something wrong with you. You walk in there and a patient walk in and don't know how to say what's wrong with them. She's gonna be sitting there 3 hours trying to figure out.
Trying to figure out what's wrong with you.
But you know what I'm saying? You don't want to get to the point where you tell them to spit it out, but or can't even. And I think we all see it because even us that got social skills, we still have to go ask them questions on that medical questionnaire they give you. They be sitting there, they want to know your great grandma history, your
Mm-hmm.
go what big mama history, and you sitting there trying to figure out what is this word, what is that,
Right.
or you sitting there too embarrassed with that paper, and you done check the wrong thing, and then when they get you back there, oh, so you gotta no, I didn't mean to, sir. It's it's
Exactly.
it's simple stuff like that we make fun of, but it's true.
It's true that some people don't know how to do. I mean, you can sometimes you have to sit down with those patients and go through it with them line by line to say, hey, okay, this is how you do this. This is this what this mean. And so on and so forth. And that's just in anything. Some people don't know how to fill out I-9. Some people don't know how to fill out their W-2. They get confused about it.
Simple stuff.
Simple stuff.
But
And
yeah,
that's what social
y'all,
media is getting us.
if y'all out there, come on, give us some more questions, man. Like I say, you know what I'm saying? What's your time limit? What's your thoughts on social media, video game influencing the young adults? That's what we're gonna call it.
Right. Because if they using it, because like I said, I get on social media, I get on TikTok and all that stuff, but my feed is almost catered to food and real estate and different stuff that can ebooks and how to do this and how to do that. It's different ways that's gonna feed my brain to help me be able to bring more money to my pockets, help me to bring stuff to my community, to my siblings, and say, hey, y'all, look at this. You know, this is a way to do XYZ. They really tell they gonna show you how to get this and flip this and do this and how you should put, you know what I'm saying? You know, stuff in your business name and all that kind of stuff. So that's how I cater. Yes, do I have some on there where they be pop locking and dropping? Because I be trying to learn the little latest hustle and stuff too. I do. But 90% of my social media or my feed on there is going to cater to me learning, you know, how to do something, how to add value. Because that's what we always want to do, is just add value to whatever we got going on in our life. And see, if kids better understood that, then they'll take that path too. But you know, they want to focus on being a kid. We can't take that away from them. Be a kid, but at the same time, do stuff in moderation. Don't do it to where you constantly drowning and tainting your mind with stuff that ain't gonna be beneficial to you in the long run. So that's the only thing. We just got to figure out how to, you know, how to keep talking to them, how to keep their social skills up, their communication skills, how to do all of that as well. So, man, y'all could have been doing anything else. Look, I turned into an infomercial, but
keep going.
But y'all rocking it out with us, Thawed Magazine and When Life Talk. Man, we appreciate y'all, each and every one of y'all. Whether y'all gonna watch it now, later, tomorrow, next week, next month. Like, share, subscribe to Thawed Magazine When Life Talk and other entities of Thawed Magazine. We appreciate y'all, all that y'all do. Keep on rocking it out with us.
We wouldn't be nothing without y'all. We always say that.
Yeah, we love to have candid conversations.
Tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend. You know what I'm saying? Y'all get on there and run everybody else stuff, run our stuff up, run our numbers up. All we need is one share, one like to get to the right hands. You know what I'm saying? Take Thawed Magazine to the next level.
And if y'all want to have some good conversations about something y'all feel like we ain't tackled or hit on yet, get with us.
We know it's a lot of hot button topics. And like I say, we gonna talk from A to Z. We know that. We know the climate. Thank you, Jazz. We know the climate getting hot. We're getting ready to have round 2 with politics. So, you know, like I say, it's life. So if you can't talk about life, you can't talk about things in your life, you can't talk about nothing. So yeah.
I have a attack of the ladybug. I don't like the ladybug on my laptop.
Man, just pick it up. Just thump it. Just thump it away. Look at that shit. She over there about to freak out, y'all. But yeah, man. Hey, like I say, man, we appreciate y'all. Like I say, tonight's topic, we got a couple more minutes to rock out with y'all. Like I say, if you're late joining this broadcast, hey, hop in. Or if you rewatch this and want to leave a comment and say, hey, I do this in my household, I do that in my household. Like I say, but it's just basically the baseline is getting our young adults back to understand that they need social skills. They need those soft skills, because they're gonna be challenged in life where we're not there as parents. We're not gonna be able to hold their hands. We're not gonna be there when they make that business decision. When they go in and make that decision to say, "Hey, I want to come to your organization to work," and they don't have no kind of social skills. I mean, as they would say, it's gonna be a socially awkward moment.
Right.
But start at home, because, and like I say, by no means are we saying don't do social media, don't do video games. But what we are saying is, as they're coming up from their younger years, there should be a time limit on how much they're exposed to it, just so they can develop those soft skills and those social skills at home that's needed in the real world.
Exactly. Most definitely. So, yeah, I think we can close it out right here. We done said a whole mouthful today.
Oh yeah. So yeah, when y'all come,
I have a little one I'm taking care of right now. So, staying is short.
Attention span short. But yeah, y'all know Chris a little busy, but I can sit here. You know what I'm saying? We don't talk about what we want to talk about. Man, like I say, second quarter. I know a lot of local elections went on yesterday in your local states. I hope y'all went out there and voted because the change starts at your local level.
Yeah.
Don't be worried about what's going on. Don't worry about what's going on in DC. Worry about your local levels. That's your school boards and all that good stuff. Local election, local officials matter. They matter the most because you're going to see them more than you will see anybody in DC. Take it or believe it, whatever. And it's got to be said because it's on the tip of my tongue. I don't care your political party, your political affiliate, but don't get tricked off a narrative because allegedly someone is old.
Right. You never know what they can bring to the table.
He's only a few years older than my dad. Okay. All right. Capiche?
Man, we appreciate y'all. Thank y'all for rocking with us tonight. When Life Talk.
J Jack, we see you out there, brother.
And we out.
Yep.
Love, peace, and hair grease.
Love, peace, and hair grease. Catch us next Wednesday. We'll be back with another topic. Y'all got something y'all want to drop on us. Social media. Y'all got to tag us, whatever, all that good stuff. Let us know.
Peace.